Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we are going to be talking about a really sad story out of South Carolina where a 12-year-old almost lost her life due to being bullied at school. Stay tuned. It was March 16, 2023, when Ty Turner found her 12-year daughter, Kelia Turner, hanging from a belt. A tragic and heartbreaking moment that no parent should ever have to face. When Kelia was found, she was dead for a complete 8 minutes before paramedics could revive her. She was in coma for weeks and wound up staying in the hospital for 101 days. Kelia then suffered severe brain damage and has been left with no control over her body, instead relying on a tube to breathe and to feed. So how did this situation came about? Bullying has become part of the culture in general, but more specifically on school culture, where the most popular kids become more famous by terrorizing the most vulnerable kids. It's a very sadistic way to think, but for some reason being a bully has become part of a trend. Kelia Turner was allegedly physically and verbally assaulted by peers who branded her with names like Roach and Mustache Face at the Dr. Finis J. Fisher Middle School in Greenville County. Her mother, Ty Turner, has said she believes the bullying began when Kelia started wearing her natural hair to school and escalated over the years. Kelia started experiencing bullying in August 2021 when her classmates started calling her names and saying she looked like a man. At one point, even her teacher, Olivia Bennett, allegedly got involved in the bullying. Miss Bennett was complicit in the bullying and said nothing to the other students to stop it. One of the students, who was one of the bullies, asked in class, "Where is the Roach?" And the teacher, Miss Bennett, allegedly pointed to Kelia. Just disgusting. Teachers are supposed to be the protectors of students, but in this case, she became one of her tormentors. The mother of Kelia, Ty Turner, then emailed the teacher as well as the principal of the middle school to complain about Bennett's actions, the teacher, noting that children committed suicide from this behavior in the past. The next day, the principal told Kelia's mother that they acknowledged her complaint and said that they were, quote-unquote, working tirelessly to repair whatever is damaged. Yeah, right, okay, we acknowledge your complaint. These people are full of it. You know how it is. So after this event, Kelia's parents met with the teacher to address the incident and discuss the need for the student leading the bullying to be separated from their daughter. But the student, the bully, when he found out that Kelia told her parents, he allegedly cussed her out on January 26, 2022. See, and that's the thing. These bullies are not afraid of parents, adults, or any type of consequences. That's why the bully got even angrier when he found out that Kelia told her parents, leading to the bullying even escalating more. The bullying continued through 2022 with no actions taken by the school. Other incidents and reports to school officials were made by Kelia's mother, including a fight between her daughter and another student in March. Kelia's mother claimed Kelia was suspended in the aftermath and the student who caused the fight was not. You know, at this point, after all these events, after all this bullying, after all these fights, nobody doing nothing, her parents should have made the decision to remove her from the school because it was obvious that those people in the school didn't care. That's why the teacher never was reprimanded for her behavior.
A Simpsonville family has filed a lawsuit claiming Greenville County Schools was negligent in responding to bullying and harassment claims when it comes to their now 14-year-old daughter.
The suit claims the lack of response from administrators, faculty, and staff led to their daughter's attempted suicide.
The mother of the child sat down with our Destiny Chance to share a story you'll see only on WYFF News 4. We do want to warn you, some of the details may be difficult to hear and see.
It's another morning for this mother of three. Except there's no getting ready for carpool or packing a lunchbox.
Unfortunately, words do hurt. They used to teach us sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never harm me. Words are the one thing that we will carry.
Ty Turner, filled with emotion, speaking publicly for the first time about when her daughter was 11 years old, a student at Fisher Middle School. In the 24-page lawsuit her family filed this summer, it details multiple occasions where her daughter, Kalea, says another student physically assaulted her and called her a roach and a man.
There was no less than 7 to 9 times that I myself personally reached out to the school, and I had the emails, and half the time they didn't respond back, and if they did, it wasn't with anything of any sustenance. There was never any resolution.
Then, on March 17th, 2023, Turner says that became a day she will never forget. She found her then 12-year-old daughter hanging from a belt in her bedroom at home.
It was 11:18 p.m. when I found Kalea hanging. They couldn't find a pulse, and they couldn't find her heartbeat. There were grown men in that room crying.
She was in a coma for weeks, ultimately staying in the hospital for 101 days. And now, Kalea requires a trach, feeding tube, and she's nonverbal. She can't lift her arms, legs, or torso and is completely dependent on her parents to function. WYFF News 4 reached out to Greenville County Schools. They say in part, quote, "The district is aware of the allegations made by this parent and has addressed them directly with the parent. We disagree with these allegations and have conducted a thorough investigation and review of each allegation at the time they were made. While we do not agree with the allegations, our hearts go out to Kalea Takora Turner, her mother, and their family."
I don't think that parents understand how much more peers and how a child is received by their peers supersedes everything that you will teach them, everything that you'll pour into them.
She won't sleep on.
In the meantime, Ty says each day is a fighting chance as she keeps faith alive.
They say all you need is faith the size of a mustard seed. I have way more than that. I have crazy faith when it comes to her. And so I believe that she'll be fully restored.
In Greenville County, Destiny Chance, WYFF News 4.
Ty says she's been attending Greenville County School Board meetings advocating for Kalea. Greenville County Schools says in part, quote, "Every school implements anti-bullying strategies and programs for students, including how to recognize bullying and how to report it," and adds, "As is communicated to parents and students, Greenville County Schools prohibits all forms of bullying, discrimination, harassment, or intimidation," end quote.
For what I see, Dr. Phineas J. Fisher Middle School in Greenville County, South Carolina, is a public school. For it to be a public school, you can tell it's a middle-class area. I know that a lot of our people, once they get some money or are able to live better, they want to live in a better area, as they should, and they want their children to have a better education. The problem is that those areas don't have people that look like us. Thus, the schools are going to have just a few sprinkles of us. And unfortunately, these type of situations tend to happen in those environments. This girl was verbally abused. She was mocked because of her features and her hair. In a year before her attempt suicide on May 2023, 2022, one of Kalea's classmates played a song on YouTube called The Black People Song, which Teacher John Tier allegedly allowed to be played without any comments about its offensiveness or any reprimands to or discussions with the students who play it. Kalaya's mother then complained to the principal and Metris Kane, another teacher, to complain about the incident, and were once again told that an investigation will be conducted. At this point, all the teachers and personnel involved in this case need to be fired and not allowed to work in the educational field ever again. These people are evil, pure evil. The family is now seeking actual and punitive damages to cover medical bills, psychiatric expenses, special education, lost wages, life care expenses, disability care, injury to her psyche and emotional state, and loss of enjoyment of life. That's the reason why the parents are now suing the school. An online GoFundMe fundraiser also knows that the family has been struggling with limited mobility, no wheelchair van, and mounting financial stress. I will leave the link in the description for the GoFundMe. The school is now, of course, denying all the allegations, but the evidence is too big of them doing absolutely nothing about the bullying and actually being allegedly part of it. This story really broke my heart. This beautiful baby girl didn't deserve this. She had a whole bright future ahead of her, and now what she could have been is all gone due to pure evil and disgusting people. Words do matter. There are people that said, it's just words. They can do nothing to you, but they can, more than even physical pain, because it destroys you mentally. It makes you question your existence, your worth, thus making your self-esteem go to the drain. The teachers involved have to pay, as well as the students involved. It doesn't matter if they are minors. An example needs to be made out of them so the bully culture can go away. Tell me, what do you think about this tragic story in the comments? Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one.
Subscribe to my mommy's YouTube channel. Pretty please!